Who remembers this wild show? A largely forgotten TV program from the early 90s that was ahead of its time. I'm referring to Howard Stern's Channel 9 show. That's right, before Howard Stern became the king of all media, reigning over both terrestrial radio and eventually satellite, he had a late-night TV show that was way ahead of its time and way too wild for network TV. So let's revisit Howard Stern's Channel 9 show. Throughout the late 80s, Stern was kicking butt via his New York-based morning radio show, which aired on K-Rock but was syndicated across the country. In 1989, Bob Woodruff, then WWOR's Vice President of Program Development, approached Stern about the possibility of turning his radio shtick into a television program, thinking that the jock's best elements would translate well on screen and make for some pretty good TV. So in 1990, New York's WWOR-TV gave Howard Stern his own late-night TV slot called The Howard Stern Show, airing Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Now, it was originally envisioned as a late-night special that would air 4 times throughout the year, but ratings were so good, TV executives decided to make The Howard Stern Show a weekly thing. And how successful was the show in the early days of its run? Well, it increased viewership at the 11 p.m. hour on WWOR by 100%. And in the New York market, the Stern TV show even beat Saturday Night Live. The late-night show featured Stern's sidekick Robin Quivers, Gary the producer, his main joke writer Jackie Martling, his board operator and sound effect guy Fred Norris, and even Stuttering John was there. The Howard Stern Show was low-budget, outrageous, and totally uncensored for the time. Think celebrity roasts, mock beauty contests, bikini models, and some very politically incorrect sketches, including Guess Who's Jewish and Lesbian Dating Game. I can't remember that one. Now, with all the controversy, though, came complaints. Tons of them, actually. Sponsors got nervous, station execs got cold feet, and in 1992, after 66 episodes, WWOR canceled the show. They said it was basically because of the complaints and a money thing. But Howard Stern told a different story, saying it was his idea to pull the plug because the network would not give him the money to produce the kind of show he wanted. Howard Stern said he'd rather quit than put on a subpar television program. And that was that. Still, The Howard Stern Show paved the way for his later TV and pay-per-view specials, and it showed you just how far you could push TV before cable and streaming took over. Now, I remember being 13 years old watching The Stern Show late on Saturday nights and loving every minute of it, then talking about it with my friends at school on Mondays. It was raw, it was chaotic, and kind of brilliant. Did you watch The Howard Stern TV show on Channel 9? Or are you now just learning about it through me? Comment below, follow for more nostalgic content, and maybe tag a fellow Gen Xer who stayed up late to watch.
If you like to talk to